Grand Lake Health Systems welcomes you to this broadcast of high school varsity softball. We're at Lehman Catholic High School where the Anna Rockets will take on the Lehman Cavaliers. Tonight's game brought to you by the following sponsors: Clopay Building Products, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All Glaze Audiology, and NKTelco, bringing you this afternoon's game between Anna and Lehman. We're underway as the Anna Rockets are actually the home team as we play this game on the Lehman Catholic field. And I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me, Scott Fry, for the announcing of this afternoon's contest. And Scott, just a little switcheroo here because of some of the weather conditions and conditions of the fields.
Yes, thanks to the kindness of Mother Nature, the Anna facility was unable to be prepared for today's game. So Anna is in fact the home team. They didn't want to lose that advantage by moving across Shelby County here to Lehman.
Beautiful field here at Lehman. It's mid-40s. Wind out of the west at about 20 miles an hour. Our leadoff batter, number 19 for the Lehman Cavaliers. Let's take a look at our lineup for the Lehman Cavaliers, brought to you by Sydney All Glaze Audiology. And the leading off will be Molly Green, followed by Annie Stiver, and then Anna Cianciola. The first three up here for the Cavaliers. There's the first strikeout of the game, and our keys to the game tonight. Let's take a look at those, all brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First for the Lehman Cavaliers, Scott.
Coach Bill Booth has the Lehman Cavaliers into this game at 7-4. The keys for tonight: a well-pitched game, error-free softball, and then handle the weather. And by weather, I think he means wind. And you got a nice pop-up into center, and Taylor Peppelman will run under that for the first out of the contest.
So Green goes down on the strikeout, then Stiver the fly to center field, and that'll bring up Anna Cianciola. Cianciola, the leading hitter on the Cavaliers squad. Cianciola hitting .541 coming into tonight's game, 2 home runs and 16 RBIs. Bree Metzler on the mound for the Rockets. The youngster 6-4 on the season. 53 2/3 innings pitched as Cianciola steps in.
Cianciola, the RBI leader here for this Lehman Catholic team, and another shallow center field fly ball right to Taylor Peppelman, and she makes short work of that. So 3 up and 3 down for the Lehman half of the first.
The Anna Rockets coming to bat. Our score after a half inning of play: Lehman nothing, Anna coming to bat.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
The Lehman Cavaliers take the field. On the mound for the Cavaliers, Annie Stiver, 6-3 on the season. Let's take a look at the lineup here this afternoon for the Anna Rockets, brought to you by Sydney All Glaze Audiology. The starting lineups here for the Rockets: leading off will be Taylor Peppelman, followed by Brenna Cobb, Brooke Pettis, Nyla Crossan, Taylor Dye, Carissa Edwards, Brielle Collier, Morgan Shepard, Aubrey Hoying, and on the mound here this afternoon, Bree Metzler. Rockets stand 8-5 on the season. And let's take a look at our keys to the game for the Anna Rockets, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
Dave mentioned 8-5 on the campaign for Coach Mike Place. The keys for the win tonight: they need to throw strikes when they're pitching from the mound. Quick bats and swing at strikes. Get that ball in play, and then obviously they want to play good defense. So important keys to the game here for the Rockets as Taylor Peppelman steps in to face the first pitch.
Rockets lost 3 straight to Minster, Aroostook, and Fort Recovery, but bounced back on Monday to defeat Jackson Center 10-0. And Peppelman will take the first pitch for a strike. So no balls, 1 strike, as Peppelman will lead it off.
Peppelman comes in batting .479.
Great contact hitter Peppelman, only 5 strikeouts in 48 at-bats for the Rockets this season.
That's what you want out of your
That's
leadoff
good,
slot.
yes.
Yeah.
Great speed, too.
Yep.
And we'll see that on the base pass, Scott. She has some very impressive stolen base numbers that we'll take a look at here in just a moment. Taylor digs in. Here comes the delivery by Stiver. Off-speed pitch. It's going to be fouled off as Lehman coach Bill Booth will toss it back into the pitcher. Stiver, 6-3, 52 innings, struck out 80, only walked 14, has a 4.31 ERA for the Cavaliers. Infield in tight, base hit left field. Cut off there by Green. She'll get it back into Cianciola. So Peppelman starts this one off with a base hit to left center.
Yeah, that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Now we're going to watch her on the base paths. As you said, she is quick, and Anna likes to score runs. They've scored 24 a couple times, and I believe they hung a 38 on somebody. So you watch Coach Place over there at third base, instructing his hitter and his runner. We'll see what happens here, Dave.
Peppelman, 25 out of 27 in steals, and you can make it 26 out of 28 on the season as Peppelman steals second base. In the scoring position, she scored 24 runs so far this season. So the Rockets will post the first threat of this afternoon's game here in the bottom of the first. Fastball outside.
Brenna Cobb, good eye on that second pitch. Those high fastballs are hard to lay off of them, but she managed to do it.
Short distance to react in girls softball. Pitcher throws hard, has a great advantage. That's in the dirt, and Cobb will be up 2 balls on the pitcher Stiver. Cavaliers had a big 15-2 win over Hardin Northern in their last start. They've won 4 of their last 5 and 3 straight games, so they're playing some good softball as we enter in this afternoon's contest. Count is 2-2. Cobb on the right side. She'll take it in the dirt, and the count will be full.
Boy, Taylor Peppelman not shy out there at second base, Dave, taking a big lead.
Taylor Geisy, a freshman catcher for the Cavaliers, behind the plate. That's going to be a fastball. Is going to be a little bit high. So now runners at first and second on the walk. Brooke Pettis will step to the plate, the catcher for the Rockets.
That's the first walk issued by any pitcher. So 2 aboard now for Anna, and no outs.
Pettis has an open stance. She's going to show bunt. Ball's going to get away from the catcher. Here comes Peppelman. She'll score the first run of the game as Cobb will go into third base. And the wild pitch, Peppelman, as you said, Scott, using that outstanding speed, will score all the way from second base and move Cobb into third base. And Pettis now 1 ball, no strikes.
There was never any question there. Coach Place was sending Peppelman all the way. That ball kicked off of the catcher, and that puts Cobb out at third with still no out.
Fastball a little bit high. Anna takes a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Stiver delivers. Fastball is going to be high again. So that runs the count to 3 balls and no strikes as Stiver running into control issues here in the bottom of the first inning. And that's ball 4. So a hit, 2 walks, a wild pitch, and Anna has a 1-0 lead and runners at first and third.
And that's going to bring in first baseman Nyla Crossan. Still no outs. Anna with runners at the corners.
Crossan, tall right-handed hitter, plays first base for the Rockets. Opportunity to drive some runs in. Double steal is going to work, and the Rockets will plate their second run as Cobb will score on the steal of home. And Pettis will go into second base with the steal.
Nice job there of on the part of Brenna Cobb, delaying her start for home, waiting to see that the catcher throws down to second. And that's a moment there for Coach Booth to coach that catcher. You might want to hang on to the softball on that point. Let him have second base. No harm out there.
Crossing at the plate, she has 19 RBIs on the season. Stands 15 out of 44 for a 341 average. That ball in the dirt as Stiver struggling here in the bottom of the first inning. Game being played here at Lehman, as we noted in our pregame. Weather conditions necessitated the change, or field conditions, I should say. Fastball off the plate. It's going to even the count at 2-2.
Crossan comes in hitting 341, 19 RBIs, definitely very productive, and then another foul tip back behind us.
Outfield is deep as the wind, strong wind out to right, Scott, or left field, Scott. I tell you, you get a ball in the air to left field, it's got a chance to go.
Sure does.
Grounded off the brick encasement here at Lehman Catholic softball diamond. Stiver delivers. Line down the right field line, but foul, and Crossan a little bit behind on that one, but had a good rip at it. She's had 7 doubles so far this season.
Boy, Anna doing a nice job here of getting Stiver's pitch count up real high here in the first inning.
Strike 3, that's out number 1 in the inning. As Crossan takes that one, Taylor Dye will step to the plate, number 10. In the DP role here this afternoon.
That'll be Stiver's first strikeout of the contest here, Dave. She's given up 2 bases on balls. And now our first strikeout.
Stiver grips the ball. Here comes her delivery. Swung on and fouled back. Boy, I tell you, the key to this one is keeping the Rockets off the base pass, especially the top of the order.
They're quick. They are quick.
Peppelman and Cobb really set the table that time, and Pettis got into the act as well, and they're up 2-0. Ball in the dirt as she took something off it. That'll even the count at 1-1. 1 out. Stiver delivers, pitches a little bit high as Dye steps out. Takes a look at head coach Mike Place down at third base here this afternoon for the Rockets. Rockets center play at 8-5 on the season. Count runs full, or 3 balls and 1 strike.
I wonder if this wind, Dave, is having any effect on Stiver's pitching here. You know, she's got a good ERA. Seems uncharacteristically
low number
struggling.
Of walks. Yeah. A rip down the left field line. That's fair. It's in the corner. That'll score a runner. Dye's going to second. Here comes the throw, and they miss the cutoff, and that proves costly as Dye will move into second with a double and an RBI, and the Rockets have a 3-0 lead as that's RBI number 7 on the season for Taylor Dye.
That was a ripper right down the left field line there, about 1 foot inside the foul line, and now Coach Booth going to come out and settle down his hurler, get the battery folks on the same page. So 3 runs here to open their first inning, the Anna Rockets have.
Just 1 out. 3-0, and Coach Booth talking to his young hurler as Anna coach Mike Place and base runner Taylor Dye conferring with Carissa Edwards. Edwards is another one that has pretty good power for the Rockets. Third baseman has hit a couple of home runs, 6 RBIs on the season, 13 hits overall, and 39 at bats. So she's hitting at a 333 clip. That's a strike.
Nice fastball there from Stiver. It's early. Softball, the runs tend to come in bunches, Dave, so nothing to sweat right now if you're Lehman Catholic. Just focus on this batter, get him out. One batter at a time.
High fly down the right field line. It's going to be foul and keeps the count at 2 strikes as Carissa Edwards steps back in as Stiver moves to the middle of the infield. Toner's going to be in close at first base, as is Stewart at third base. She's just a step inside the bag. Strike 3, and this game will keep on moving as out number 2 on the second called strike of the inning. That'll bring up Brielle Collier, number 5, hitting at a 250 clip for the Rockets. On deck is Morgan Shepard, number 27. Stiver grips the ball. Here's the delivery. It's off the plate. Oh, that's on the plate. Strike 1.
Great start for the Anna Rockets. If you're just joining us, they lead 3-0. They are the home team, even though we are at Sidney Lehman. And here's a fly ball deep to right.
Off the top, off the bottom of the fence. Dye will score, and into second will go Collier with a double.
So that's the second double of the inning. And an RBI will go in the books for Brielle Collier.
Ball got into the wind to right field. Hit about a foot or so off the base of the fence in right field as Shepard, or rather Collier steps in. Collier at the plate. Runner at second base for the Rockets. Comes the delivery, swing and a miss. Stiver trying to regroup. Pitch is just a little bit low. Second pitch swung on and fouled at the plate.
Looks like it might have gone off the top of her foot there, Dave.
That might hurt a little bit. Collier will walk it off. Count goes to 2-2. Collier just fouled down the first base line. As Hoying is on deck. Delivery, swing and a miss, and that's going to be the inning. But big inning for the Rockets. They come up with 4 runs in the inning. Our score after 1 full inning of play. The Anna Rockets 4, the Lehman Cavaliers nothing.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers. Thank you to the following sponsors: Brookside Laboratories, east of Chicago Pizza.
Lehman Cavaliers will come to the plate, and that's Heidi Toner, the first baseman for the Cavaliers, will step up to see if he can get some runs on the board as the Rockets. Pretty impressive first
nice opening
inning of play for them.
Top half of the order got on board with a leadoff single from Peppelman, then 2 walks, 1 to Cobb, 1 to Pettis. All 3 of those girls end up scoring. A double hit by Dye in the number 5 hole, and then a double hit in the number 7 hole by Morgan Shepard. So 3 hits, 4 runs for that Rocket first inning.
Toner steps to the plate. 1 home run on the season, 9 RBIs. Off-speed pitch. She'll take it a little bit high, and she'll go up in the count at 1-0. Toner hitting .576 on the season. That's good in any league, Scott.
Man, that is a great batting average.
Toner, good athlete, played a variety of sports so far here this season for the Cavaliers. Count even at 1-1, including, if I remember correctly, the Cavaliers football squad too.
I believe you're correct.
Swung on and fouled to the dugout. That'll even the count, or make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two fly balls to center field. The last 2 outs here as Metzler, the youngster, delivers, fouled away. She remains up front. And the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. She tossed a shutout against Jackson Center earlier in the week. She's to snap a Rockets losing streak of 3 games.
Yeah, they really ran into a tough patch there. Minster, Russia,
and Fort Recovery.
Fort Recovery, correct. Yeah,
I saw the Russia game, and Russia only 1 loss on the season. Line drive, left field. That's going to be a base hit, and Toner will have a single to left field. Very patient, waited on that off-speed pitch and just reached out and poked it into left field for a hit.
That's the difference you see between softball and baseball, is it seems they have a little bit better control over where they want to drop the ball, and she did a perfect job of sending that right over Brenna Cobb and short and right in front of the left fielder Morgan Shepard.
Kate Stewart. They try to pick Toner up, but she'll stay at first base as the right fielder.
Aubrey Hoying did a great job of covering that errant throw. That could have been a freebie out to second. So strike 1 here to Kate Stewart.
Stewart digs in. Metzler, here comes the delivery. Hit well to left.
This could blow out of here, Dave. And it does.
It's gone. Home run, Kate Stewart. As we said, a hit to left, and that can go a long way. And
tell you what, I think that was out of here on a calm day. That thing got off the bat quick, Dave, and it was out of here.
In the jet stream. So Stewart, her first home run of the season, RBIs 12 and 13. And the Cavaliers strike back, and it's 4-2.
I was just going to say, one of the leading producers, the number 2 hitter on the team, coming in with 11 RBIs, now up to 13, batting .458. She showed it there. Great power out to left.
High pitch. Elena Young likes it and goes after it and misses.
Yeah,
right
that's what we
fielder.
talked about before. Tough to lay off the high heat, and that time Metzler got Elena Young to bite on a rising fastball well out of the strike zone.
Young, a left-handed batter. Here comes Metzler's delivered, trying to bunt, but she'll foul it off as Edwards in quickly from third base, as was Crossan from first base. Got a timeout.
I think they're going to say the catcher dropped that, because that foul bunt, they granted her first base there.
Oh, they're going to say interference.
Okay. So
that'd be an error on the catcher.
An error, E2.
Put an E2 on the board. So that's an odd play.
Don't see that often.
There's the steal, and Young will be into second.
She's quick out to second
with the steal.
Nice job. You can tell why she's in right field. She can cover some ground. She showed her speed right there. So another threat to score here for Lehman in their top half of the second.
Young is saw her first action in the game before against Hardin Northern, coming off some injuries, I believe. Swung on and fouled at the plate as Emily Van Sciver, number 2.
Comes in hitting .294, which is an excellent batting average.
So the third run of the inning stands at second base, and Elena Young. Metzler digs in, gets her sign from Pettis. Fastball high and outside, as Young has a good lead at second base.
And Lehman doing their damage right now with no outs. So Anna, just want to get a good out here.
Van Sciver, a right-handed batter. There comes the steal. Ball's going to go into left field. Here comes the third run.
And that'll be an E2 again. I'll tell you what, they had her dead to rights. If she could have got that throw down to Chris Edwards at third, she was right in position to make a nice out, but the throw just a little too high and inside.
Van Sciver showing bunt, so Edwards is moving in, so she's got to race back to cover that third base bag. And of course, that might have been the play all along, just to get the runner to third and create the mistake, and it brings home the third run of the inning. As Van Sciver go to first on a walk, and that'll bring up Taylor Geisey, number 22, the catcher. Rockets will regroup on the mound as
that's the first walk of the inning, Dave, for Metzler. 1 walk and 1 strike. But
one thing amazing about the Cavaliers and the team stats, they have attempted 55 steals this season, have been successful 54 times.
That's a pretty good average.
That's a pretty good deal.
Can't really complain about that, I don't think.
So that would lead me to believe that Emily Van Sciver at first might be on the move.
We may not be done seeing stolen bases here.
Swing and a miss. Geisey swings through it. Right. Infield defense, they're in at the corners, just a step or two. Cobb deep at shortstop. In tight is Collier at second base. Swung on and fouled down to the third base line. Edwards will pick it up, gets it back to Metzler. 2 strikes on Geisey. Only a freshman is Geisey. Metzler, swing and a miss. Throw to first, back safely is Van Sciver, and we have 1 down.
Number 6, Leanne Trahey.
Leanne Trahey will step to the plate, number 6, left fielder. 3 hits on the season. Trahey steps in. There goes the runner. 1 bounce throw. They got her. Well, look what we saw, Scott. Second
fail all year. You're right, boy. I'll tell you what, Pettis was up and gunning. Put that ball right there. Good job of getting that runner.
How about that? What a throw.
So that'll go down as a. Did the second baseman take that one?
I have the shortstop. 4-3, and that's the inning. So in the inning, Cavaliers come up with 3 runs on a hit. There were 2 errors in the inning. Our score after an inning and a half of play, Anna 4 and the Lehman Cavaliers 3.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
The Anna Rockets come calling here in the bottom of the second inning. They scored 4 times in the first inning, and the Cavaliers bounce back. They come back with 3 in the second inning, 2 of them on a long home run by Kate Stewart over the left field fence. And Aubrey Hoying, right fielder for the Rockets, will lead it off.
Never in doubt in my mind when that left the bat. It got off the bat so quickly and it was gone. Great hit. So the number 9 hitter.
Hoying steps in, facing Stiver. Stiver on the season 6-3 overall. She'll reach and hit a pop foul. It'll go out of play down the right field line. See, in that last inning for the Cavaliers, they had 3 runs on 2 hits. As the 2 hits, Toner had a single to start, and then came Stewart's home run and a pair of errors. Line drive right at the first base coaching box. It's foul, and Hoying falls down. Falls behind by 2 strikes. Had a couple good looks at it, so let's see what happens here. My guess is Stiver might let up on this one. What do you think?
Try to fool her a little bit.
Either that or go up high in the eyes. Right back to the mound. And the first out of the inning is recorded. We go back up to the top, and Taylor Peppelman, which will leave Brenna Cobb on deck.
Taylor singled her first time up, ended up scoring a run.
Peppelman came in today's game hitting .479. She scored 24 runs entering the game. Her 25th was the first of today's game. That off-speed pitch a little bit low. So Peppelman had a single, stole second, then came all the way home on the wild pitch. Ball is up. 2 balls, no strike. Peppelman does a nice job out in center field as well for the Rockets.
Very fleet of foot. She covers a lot of ground. She had a very busy game. The game I had her last week against Minster. Here's a ripper up the middle.
Base hit for Taylor Peppelman.
Doing what she does.
2 for 2 and coming on strong. 1 out. Peppelman on first, sure to be on the move. And
Number 1, Cobb.
the shortstop, Brenna Cobb, will step to the plate. And again, she's another one that usually gets on base or makes contact. Only 3 strikeouts so far on the season for Cobb at the plate.
She's their RBI leader with 23 coming into today's contest. Shows bunt.
He'll pull up
steal.
and Peppelman easily into second base.
Throw down was right on target as the shortstop came over to take the throw. But again, Taylor Peppelman turns on the jets and gets in there well ahead of the ball.
Booth confers with the official, and he wants to, not sure what this is all about. Any thoughts on this one, Scott?
I don't know if he's talking about the throw out there. I thought it was pretty clearly Peppelman was in there safe, so I don't know what. I know Brenna Cobb came around and looked like she offered bunt. Maybe that's what he's questioning. I don't see on the scoreboard. I put her down for a strike.
I would think that would be a strike, and that might be the question. Well, it has to be a ball or a strike no matter what.
It's got to be something. Yeah, one of the two. Those are our options.
Yep. Here comes Stiver's delivery.
By my count, I've got a 1-1 count, but I'm not the
1-1.
the final arbiter of that decision.
Say we also have to remember that the lady running the scoreboard works the concession stand too.
Yeah, yeah. She may or may not have seen what we may or may not have seen. Now it's a 3-0 count.
They're showing three balls too. So
that first pitch, they must have ruled a ball, and that would
explain the question. Ball 4 as Peppelman will go into third base with the steal. And Cobb will move on to first with the walk. That brings up Brooke Pettis. And boy, this sets up the Rockets in a similar position as they were in the first inning.
It's exactly the way things started off. A leadoff single. And a walk to follow. Pettis walked.
And the runner goes into second uncontested.
We had Peppelman score on sort of a fielder's choice. The catcher threw down to make a play at second, and that freed Peppelman to come in from third.
Pettis will take that pitch up high. Stiver's control just a little bit of an issue here this afternoon. Three walks so far for Stiver. That's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pettis climbs back in, the Rockets catcher. Had a walk in the first.
Just caught the outside of the plate. Nice pitch, boy.
Even the count at 2-2.
Pettis looked at that long and hard.
Stiver with the delivery, off speed pitch fouled off toward the Lehman Cavalier
Almost
dugout.
got her. Almost got her. She went at that pretty early. It pulled really early foul. Lucky she made contact there, Dave.
Just got a piece of it.
Yep. That's a great off-speed pitch. It looked like it might stop before it got to the plate.
Here comes Stiver's pitch. Another one. Ground ball off the third baseman's glove. Picked up by Cianciola. Throw to first, not in time. So a run will score. I'll call that an infield hit. Nice play by Cianciola to even make a play on it. But Pettis will have the base hit. And that'll bring Nyland Crossan to the plate.
Also go in the books for Pettis as her first RBI of the contest. So 5-0 in, and now just one out in their half of the second.
Ball in the dirt. Pettis will hold at first base.
I think Coach Place was hoping she might head to second on that that drop ball there by the catcher. She'd have been in okay.
Good rip that time by Crossan. She'll foul it back and away behind the stands here at Lehman High School. Cavaliers, though, the visitors here this afternoon as game switched from Anna. 2 balls and 1 strike as Pettis will take second base on the pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 5-2 our score on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Drive down the right field line. It's fair. Crossan hits it into the corner. 2 runs are going to score.
Triple. Nope.
She'll coast into second base with a 2-run double and an RBI. So that'll make it a 7-3 contest.
I'll tell you, she put that thing right down. I mean, that was barely in play when it landed out there in right field, down the right field line, and that enabled both runs to score, both Cobb and Pettis. So 2 RBI double for Crossan, and you're right, we're up to 7 now. 7-2.
Taylor Dye steps in high, pop up short center field. Center fielder will not be able to make the catch. Runner held at second base, and she'll move on to third base. But I'm going to rule out an E8.
Yeah, she had to come a long way for that. The wind stood it up and gave her time to get there, but just an awkward way that dropped and hit the heel of her glove. So Molly Green wishing she could have another crack at that play.
So
and Anna continues with just 1 out.
Got runners at first and third, and Carissa Edwards up. She'll foul it off, and Toner coming hard for it, but not able to make the catch.
Seeing Morgan Shepard will be on deck for Coach Place. She doubled her last time up. Edwards, the victim of a called third strike, her last time up.
Line drive, foul down through the third base coaching box.
I think this was her inning last time. 2 pitches, 2 strikes, all contact. She's just got to get one in play here, Dave.
2 strikes, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. High fly, left field. Off the top of the fence. 1 run will score as Dye will move into second base, and Edwards with a long single.
4th hit of the inning now for the Lady Rockets. And they have plated 4 runs again in the second inning. They put 4 across in the first, 4 in the second, and this will bring up Morgan Shepard, who doubled her last time at bat.
Shepard, number 27, steps to the plate. Ground ball, shortstop, Cianciola. She'll go to third and get the force, so Shepard aboard on the fielder's choice. So 2 down.
Number 5, Collier.
Runners at first and second. And that'll bring up Brielle Collier. Number 5, left-handed swinger. Also out on strikes. That's a strike. Annie Stiver on the mound for the Cavaliers. Swing and a miss by Collier as she falls behind 2 strikes. Stiver trying to get out of this inning. Rockets a pretty good hitting squad as a test, especially that top of the order. They've scored a lot of runs here this afternoon already. Wild pitch, and the runners will move up.
That'll put Chris Edwards now out at third with Coach Place. And Morgan Shepard, off of her single, is now out at second base. So again, Anna threatening with 2 outs. See if Collier can get one in play.
Collier takes strike 3, and that's going to end this inning. 4 runs home for the Rockets after 2 full innings of play. Our score, the Anna Rockets 8 and the Lehman Cavaliers 3.
All Glaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Thank you to the following sponsors: Cargill, Victory Machine, Hometown Opportunity, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Wagner's IGA, Hulsman Automotive.
Welcome back to Lehman Catholic High School. Scott Fry going to take over the play-by-play reins here from my friend Dave Homestetter. You know, he's getting older now. He's got to give that voice the golden tones a rest.
Hey, it's cold out, Scott. I mean,
Sure
you
is
know.
cold.
Hey, we've sat through all these games this season. My last one was about 45, and it felt colder this afternoon. So
This wouldn't be all that bad. We've got some sunshine, as you can see, but the darn breeze, that's what's making it tough. But at least it's behind us and not in our face. So Anna with another great inning. They plated 4 runs off of 4 hits and a walk. There was a fielder's choice, allowed a batter to reach. So a very busy inning again. And it's 8-3 as Lehman starts off their third. And this is number 19, the leadoff hitter. That pitch in there, wide, ball 1 to Green.
Green's hitting at a .455 clip. 42 plate appearances, 33 official at bats. Scored 19 runs in that leadoff spot, Scott.
That's the kind of production you want. And it's got the same situation with Peppelman in that leadoff slot. A lot of runs scored. So kind of a little bunt chopper, and beautifully played there from the hot corner as Carissa Edwards comes up, almost as if she knew that was coming. So 1 up, 1 down. We'll call that a fly to the third baseman, F5. And that'll bring Annie Stiver, the pitcher.
Take a look at that one more time. You can see Edwards, boy, right in on the play.
Yep.
Good defense by the third baseman.
Excellent job there. I'd like to thank Winners Quality Meats for sponsoring our replays this season. And that first pitch is low, ball 1. So pitcher versus pitcher here. Nice rip right past Brenna Cobb at short, down into left field, and that may be extra bases. No, great job of covering there by Taylor Peppelman. Looked like Shepard went down to play that, Dave. Might have come off of her knee. And
Took
so
a bounce right into Taylor Peppelman's direction. She gets it quickly back into second base, and Stivers has to hold it first.
But either way, Annie Stiver, one of the leading hitters on this lineup at 12 RBIs, batting over 400, does her job and helps herself out. She's out at first base, and now we've got Anna Cianciolo.
Cianciola has some excellent extra base numbers. She's had 8 doubles this season, 2 triples, a couple of home runs, and has driven in 16 runs so far this season.
Great producer for Coach Booth. She waits for the pitch. Here it comes. Ball outside. So 2-0 the count now. Cianciola getting ahead of Metzler. Metzler with a ball, base on balls, and 2 strikeouts so far on the contest. Good cut. That's going to be a high foul ball. Nobody able to get to that one, so the count will go 1-2. So Lehman trying to make something happen here. Down by 5 early. This is top of the third.
Green's, I was going to say, Scott Green's a real threat. 21 steals and 21 attempts.
And a high fly ball. Taylor Peppelman, that's trouble. What a great play. She ends up coming up with that. And the base runner, Stiver, has to retreat back to first base. That's going to go in the books as an F8, but what a play. Taylor Peppelman had to run up under that thing. And in the windy day, we've got, boy, oh boy, that's a tough play. You'll see here, Winners Quality Meets replay. Here comes your hit. Towering fly ball. You see Peppelman tracks to her left immediately. Diving catch. Beautiful play by the Rockets center fielder, who's also 2 for 2 on the contest with a pair of singles.
That's a tough play. Great catch there by Peppelman.
Pitch number 1 is outside to Toner. So Lehman 2 down on some great defense on the part of the Rockets.
Cianciola just got under that one just a little bit. Guided upward.
Pulled the base runner, Toner, at first. And that was strike 1 to Stewart.
Stewart's being asked to come up with another big hit here, Scott.
Apologize for our technical difficulties. Had a few moments of silence. But it's something my wife enjoys when I'm talking, is if I suddenly go silent.
Probably didn't happen enough in her mind.
Probably not enough for her. You're right, Dave. I have been known to talk too much.
Tell you, Shepard is right up against the fence looking.
Yeah, she's back there ready to go.
She's coming in. If there's anything if she hits anything short of the fence, it's going to be a hit.
Yeah, Brenna Cobb is going to have to get on her horse and ride out to play left field.
Man, she is right on it.
Here comes a 2-1 pitch now from Metzler. Oh, and she got her swinging. That was a nice pitch. Little bit off speed. Definitely not a full heater. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So after 2.5 innings, the Anna Rockets lead the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers 8-3.
Hello, New Bremen. I'm Matt Everidge with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your cable, telephone, and internet services.
Hey, Minster. This is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey, New Knoxville, I am Wesley Meyer at NKTelco. We are here for you and your customer service needs.
Hey, Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with hometown pride.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Welcome back to a beautiful, if not a little chilly and breezy afternoon here in Shelby County, Sydney, Ohio. Lehman Catholic Cavaliers logistically are playing host to the Lady Rockets from Anna, but in the scorebook, Anna will be the home team because this game was to be played in Anna. But I think they're a little soggy over there today after the lovely weather we've been having this week, Dave.
When you get a couple of inches of snow or more, playing conditions become a question. It matter whether all the snow melts and moisture left in the infield.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful infield here at Lehman, and it's
Sure
definitely in good condition.
Yeah, it's bone dry. As Aubrey Hoying now, her second at bat. She grounded one back to the pitcher in the second inning for an out, and the count here is 0-1.
She's hitting .240 on the season, 6 hits and 25 at bats. Got a little bit of power.
That time Stiver took something off of the pitch, but looked like maybe she released a little late and pulled it outside. 1-1's your count to Hoying. Hoying did a nice job covering an errant throw over to first that kept a runner in place earlier in the game on defense. Does a nice job out there in right field for Coach Place. Contact on the ball right at the shortstop. Step and throw at the target. Boom. 1 up, 1 down. As Aubrey Hoying, we'll call that a 6-3. Hits a bouncer to Anna Sanciola at short. And they make short work for the first out.
Good play by Cianciola, goes to the hole, makes a play, good strong throw, and an accurate one to first baseman Toner.
Peppelman offers bunt and gets a piece of it. That'll go in the books as a foul, strike 1. Peppelman 2 for 2 on the afternoon, pair of singles. And she has scored on both of those singles. So again, great production from your leadoff hitter.
And she's got 3 steals so far here today, and that runs her total to 28 on the season. She's 28 out of 30 on the base paths, and that's where she's really disruptive when she gets on.
She's
is. Almost a run if she can get on base.
Yep. Well, we saw her make a really nice play, swing and a miss there, big swing. Saw her make a nice catch out in center field on a very shallow pop-up, and she had to stretch out and go horizontal for it, and she nailed it. So 1-2 the count. Contact over third base out into left field. That's going to bounce close to the fence. Up, she knocks it down. But Peppelman all the way around first, and she's out at second base with a stand-up double. You see a great example of that speed.
Boy, she made that look easy.
She did.
Just coasts into second base.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if that were me, that's pretty much how it would go. I'm pretty sure I'd still be running to first, by the way.
Oh, I know where I'd be.
Clutching
I'd be
my
halfway
chest
between catch and first base.
And this ball is in low, and the catcher has to go back and retrieve that, and that's going to enable Peppelman to find herself out at third base, and Brenna Cobb in. Brenna Cobb, according to the scorebook, has not had any plate appearances today because she has been granted a walk both of her trips into the batter's box. So 0 for 0. Cobb thinks about that. High fastball, lets it go by. 2-0 now the count. Stiver's been struggling a little bit with some control issues. She's given up 3 walks by my reckoning. She's got 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, and in 9 innings, or 52 innings of work coming into today's game, she only walked 14 batters, so 3 walks is
a little off the mark for her, and that's 3-0 now. 3 straight pitches out of the strike zone. She comes right up the middle, as they say in a town south of here, right down Broadway. Is our friend the cowboy, right?
Yeah. And you know, it's so hard for, on a day like today, get a good grip on the ball.
Yep. Just like that, she fills the count. 3-2 now to Brenna Cobb. Brenna's looking at a run out there on third base. A familiar sight for her. She's the RBI leader of this team. Came in with 23 RBIs. Contact, high fly ball is going to be well behind the Anna dugout off first base line, so she'll go back.
That's what you want. That was going to get the NKTelco.
That was close, yeah. Didn't even have time to warn the crew in there that. So Cobb steps in, rips one over the shortstop, and there's why she's the RBI leader. Puts one in the gap out into the outfield, and that's going to score Peppelman from third. And just like that, Anna now has 9 runs. Just 1 out here in the bottom of the third for Lady Rockets, as Brenna Cobb with a double, and she got out to second base pretty quickly. She's a wonderful point guard in the basketball program.
Tell you, the top of the order has done their job.
Well, they sure have.
Top three have scored 6 runs here as we move into, well, 7 runs. Number 8 is at third base there.
Got a pass ball as Pettis steps out. It's her counterpart, battery mate for pitcher Annie Stiver. The freshman Taylor Geisy has to go back and retrieve that one. Pettis will step back in as the umpire calls time. And Pettis looking down third base line at Brenna Cobb. Nice pitch, fastball right down Broadway. 1-1 the count. On deck, Nyla Crossan, excuse me, doubled her last time up. Struck out her first time. Ball 2 is low. 2-1 the count. 9-3 the Anna-Rockets with a comfortable lead here in the third. Just one out here, Dave, trying to add to it.
Yeah, run number 10 at third base.
Pettis is going to drop one into center field, and then it takes a strange hop. And Molly Green has to check up her angle, and because of that, Pettis is able to get into second base with a double.
3 straight
third double, yeah, of the inning.
What a weird bounce.
And Brenna Cobb scored. So Cobb with an RBI double. Now Pettis with an RBI double. His 2 runs come across here in the third.
And that'll bring up bounce.
It sure did. It kicked just dead left as we're looking at it. And Green looked like she had a nice angle on it. Crazy carom. That's probably how that Pettis was able to get to second. Otherwise, that would have been a pretty close play out there. 1-0 the count to Nyla Crossan. Excuse me, 0-1. Now 0-2. As I mentioned before, Crossan looked at strike 3 her first time up, and then 2 RBI double her last at bat. So Stiver working very quickly here. Anna up 10-3. Full command of this one so far.
Crossan with that double in the second. That's her 8th of the season.
Towering fly ball out to center, back to the fence, back and gone. So Crossan with the first Anna home run, and that'll be a 2 RBI home run. That'll take us 12-3 as Crossan tallies. Scores Pettis. That is Pettis' 3rd run scored. Pettis with 2 hits, 2 RBIs on the day. Now you've got Crossan with 2 hits, a double and a home run, and 4 RBIs. So great production from Nyla Crossan. It looks like we may have a pitching change here for the Lehman Cavaliers. We'll see what Coach Booth wants to do. Anna putting 4 runs across in each of the first 3 innings so far, Dave, and just 1 out. And I do believe we're going to see a new pitcher.
Looks like Emily Van Sciver will come into the game for the Cavaliers. Emily is 1-1 on the season. Pitched 10 innings, struck out 13, walked 9, given up 17 runs as a 4.90 earned run average for the Rockets.
My guess is they're going to maybe swap the 2 positions here, and so let's go ahead and hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll set the defense for the Lehman Cavaliers. Anna with the big lead, 12-3, here on NKTelco Sports.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
Welcome back to Sidney Lehman Catholic High School, right in the center of Shelby County. Beautiful afternoon if you like sunshine.
Sunshine's here. Yeah, we got what, about 25-mile-an-hour wind out of the west?
Little chilly in the wind department, but you know what? It's behind us, so we'll take it. And I'm well insulated, so
I'm well prepared.
And indeed, Annie Stiver and Emily Van Sciver will simply switch positions. So Annie will go out. Annie Stiver will go out to play second base. And in to hit now for the Lady Rockets is Taylor Dye. She looks at ball 1. She reached on a error, a throwing error in the last at bat, and she doubled. And just like that, she's ahead in the count, 2-0.
You know, Dye has been hit by the pitch 5 times this season, has drawn 6 walks, scored 10 runs, and she's got 11 hits on the season.
On base percentage, just get there. So 2-1 the count. Again, another very quick working pitcher, Emily Van Sciver. Pretty typical in high school softball. Play at a much quicker pace than high school baseball does. Here's your pitch.
Curveball there.
Wow, I was going to say that looked like it had a little bit of a banana shape to it. So 2-2, the count even.
Or sinker, perhaps would be a better term in softball.
Three and 2, full count now. Good eye by Taylor Dye laying off of that one. I'd have been swinging at that, Dave. That looked pretty close.
Did you ever play fast pitch softball? I did it in college.
I never have. I don't think I could have hit one of those.
Oh, great sport. It just gets hit again.
And speaking of hit by the pitcher, just as you said just a moment ago, we have a hit batsman. So Taylor Dye will take her place, her rightful place out at first base. So with just 1 out and 4 runs already across the plate in the 3rd inning, Anna will send Carissa Edwards. She singled her last time at bat, and she looked at a called 3rd strike her first time up.
Taylor Dye just kind of put that knee out there and took that pitch. And it's the 6th time this season she's been hit by a pitch.
I feel like that didn't feel very good.
I don't think she wanted to take first. Yeah. She wanted to hit.
We're going to get called an illegal pitch. Not sure on the basis of what. So that goes in the books as a ball. 1-1. Tell you, Van Sciver is throwing a lot of strikes here. And she's got a little bit of a different delivery if you watch here. And a nice ripper past the shortstop, a diving shortstop, Cianciolo, left field. Nice job out there by Trehe, there it is, to corral that ball. Taylor Dye makes it out to second, and Carissa Edwards, her 2nd hit of the afternoon, singles. So Anna threatening again, runners at 1st and 2nd, and just 1 out as first pitch is in there to Shepard as the base runners advance off of the wild pitch. Ball 1. Morgan Shepard is 2 for 2 on this afternoon's contest. She hit a double her first at bat and a single. And here comes the 2nd pitch. A little dribbler back to the pitcher. Nice job by Van Sciver. A little looper over to first. Then they're going to try and walk the runners back. And Taylor Dye does a great job of watching the play unfold, being patient, and scoring the 5th Anna run, which also allows Carissa Edwards then to find her way to 3rd.
She needed to check the runner at 3rd base and Dye, but did not. Instead went right away to 1st, and that let Dye, who was veteran base runner, took advantage of that.
Yeah, very clever there on the part of Dye, just watching that unfold. And you're right, Van Sciver should have looked Dye back to 3rd. She had plenty of time to get the runner at 1st.
Van Sciver is a freshman, and Stiver, who she replaced, is the junior. So learning experience for Van Sciver.
Absolutely. This is Brielle Collier. And she rips one.
Uh-oh.
And that could be trouble. Oh, tough catch. Goes off the right fielder, then the center fielder. Now they're going to get it in, and that's going to allow. Golly, Collier got all the way around to 3rd.
Wow. We almost saw the center fielder make the catch off the right fielder.
That was pretty amazing. I'm not sure I want to credit anybody in the error for that. That was a
E9.
tough play. You're going to give it to E9?
Oh, E9.
Yeah.
It's in the glove.
So Collier out there at third, standing up, and this brings Aubrey Hoying, and she'll be thrown out over at first for the final out. But Anna damage done as 6 runs score. And that makes our score Anna 14, Sydney Lehman Catholic 3 at the end of 3 here on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Building Products, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road CDLA driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package, is an equal opportunity employer, and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopaydoor.com/careers. Please support the following sponsors: Forever Fit, Rachel's Cakes, Speedway Lanes, Balmer Construction, Jewelry Barn, Tom and Jerry's, Western Ohio Mortgage.
Welcome back to Lehman High School here. And the Anna Rockets all over this one, 14-3. Big third inning. Aubrey Hoying came up. Nope, sorry, Taylor Peppelman led things off with a double. And then Brenna Cobb doubled behind her and scored Peppelman. And then Brooke Pettis doubled behind Cobb and scored Cobb.
24.
Then a home run cleared the bags. Nyla Crossan, 2-run home run. Die hit by a pitch. Chris Edwards singled her over to third, and then we had a little adventure throwing the bases of the softball around. Morgan Shepard was thrown out at first. Brielle Collier reached on an error, and then Aubrey Hoying. Hopper to shortstop. Maybe it might have brushed her, Dave.
Not sure what the call is.
That's a hit batsman. So leadoff hitter, the 6th hole.
I don't think Elena believes it, but
reaches. And that'll bring up Emily Van Sciver, your current pitcher. Walked her only plate appearance. Little throw down just to make sure. I think Pettis thought maybe that Young was going to go. The pitch was a ball, so Van Sciver awaits the 1-0 pitch. Top of the 4th inning. Lehman down 11 runs, so they're going to have to make something happen here. And this time Young goes, and a pretty good throw down. Brenna Cobb right there to cover it, but Young in there ahead of the throw. Lainey Young's got some wheels. That's why she's over and right on defense.
Yeah, she easily got the steal on a good throw, really, by Pettis.
Pretty good throw down. Yeah, Cobb was right there to make the play. Good contact, but it's going to go right to Brenna Cobb. Uncharacteristic, mishandles the ball, and that's going to be an E6 as Van Sciver reaches first. Looked like maybe Cobb looked up before she collected the softball. Dave was ready to make a throw to first.
Yeah, she just took her eye off the ball at the last second, and that was a costly mistake. Got runners.
And that stolen base probably saved an out, because if Young was trucking to second, I think Cobb still would have had time to make a play.
Yep, plenty of time.
This is Taylor Geisey swinging at the first pitch. Geisey struck out her last plate appearance. This is your catcher for the Cavaliers. As you mentioned, a freshman, so good reps, good experience. Playing varsity softball as a freshman.
Yeah, good athlete, plays volleyball, baseball.
Little happy birthday double play out there to the Anna second baseman. That's Collier.
There you go.
They get the base runner at first, and then they get the base runner out at second for a triple play. Holy cow, how many times are you going to see a triple play in softball?
You don't.
And here it is, a liner to second, Collier back over to Crossan at first, who waits for Cobb to cover second and get the third out. So very heads-up play by Brenna Cobb, seeing Young. And I'm sure Coach Booth is going to have something to say about the base running there. Young leaving second base on that liner. So 3 up and 3 down for the Lehman fourth. It's Anna 14, Lehman 3 here on NKTelco Sports.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at cargill.com.
One more time.
Welcome back to Lehman Catholic High School. Had a really rare situation there, the Lehman fourth inning, top of the fourth, as Geisy got a triple play started.
Let's look at it.
Let's take a look at it again here. You see Geisy in at bat. She rips one right at the second baseman. Crossing there at first to get that runner. There's 2 down, and then alertly throws to Cobb. You can see Young coming back, who had been the lead runner, just didn't get back in time. Brenna Cobb very alertly comes over and covers second. So just like that, a very, very rare softball triple play.
Reds had one. The Cincinnati Reds had one the other day. It saved their game, but it's been I have to go back to Little League or something like that.
Standing in now for the Anna Rockets, 3 for 3, having a great afternoon. Taylor Peppelman, she scored 3 times. She's single, double, and the count to her is 1-0. Make that 2-0 as Van Sciver, the second hurler to take the center circle here for the Lehman Cavaliers. Peppelman steps in. Here comes the sun again. Takes a little bit off that one. Peppelman tips it foul. Your count 2-1. So Anna, 4 in the first, 4 in the second, and then a big 6-run third inning, highlighted by a Nyla Crossan home run, 2-run homer. And here goes Peppelman. She hits one to the hot corner, and she's going to beat the throw. There's those wheels. So Peppelman grinds out a single, kind of a bouncer down to Kate Stewart. Stewart did a nice job of playing it.
Boy, in this with Peppelman's speed, you got to come up with it.
It's got to be clean.
Even if she came up with it cleanly, it was going to be a close play.
Yep. Yeah, she knocked it down. Good job, but you'd almost have to get that perfectly. And there goes Peppelman out to second. Surprise, surprise. That's her 4th steal of the afternoon. Is that correct?
4 of them. Yep.
Yeah. Not too shabby. I know that's what I do when I play. I steal a lot of bases with my blazing speed. And Cobb now rips one down third base and squirts through, and that's going to be an RBI for Cobb. And Cobb, with her wheels and some miscommunications on defense, is going to stretch that double into a triple. I don't know if we'll call that a double with an E7.
Yeah, probably to be fair. Yep.
So 2-base E7. And Cobb is out at third with an RBI as Peppelman scores. Peppelman doesn't spend much time on the base paths because she's usually running back in. So 15-3 now. Anna pads the lead here and there. Bottom half of the 4th. And Brooke Pettis is in. 2 for 2 with a walk, a single, and a double. First pitch bounces in for a ball. Brenna Cobb out there at third. Pettis, the Anna catcher. And that one's outside. So that'll be the 4th error. And there's one in there. So 2-1 the count. Nice job, Pettis off the glove of Cienzuela out at short, and Pettis will single. So Pettis now three for three with another RBI, and then we got the ball going around the ball yard. That'll make the coaches crazy. And Cobb scores. Cobb has scored 4 times. Peppelman has scored 4 times. So the top of the order, as you mentioned earlier,
deadly.
Just
very effective.
I don't know what else you could call it.
Almost perfect.
Nyla Crossan now at the plate, the number 4 hitter, the cleanup hitter. She homered her last at bat for 2 RBIs and doubled. And here's a little chopper going to go foul up the third baseline.
Let's put it this way: the top 3 batters in the Anna lineup have not recorded an out, and with Pettis at first base with possibility of scoring a run, they have scored 11 so far.
Not too bad off the top of your lineup. And here comes a nice bit of contact, going to go to short for 1 and to first for a double play. So
Nice
Lehman
play.
with a little bit of nice defense on their side of the inning. They throw out the lead runner. That's a 6-4-3 double play. Nicely done. So stepping in now for the Rockets. I believe this is Taylor Dye. It is not. Swing and a miss. I heard number 23. Let's have a look-see at that on our lineup.
That'll be Michaela Brunson.
Michaela Brunson. And this is in the designated player slot. So there won't be any change on defense unless, no, there won't be any change on defense. Because she's swapping in this spot in the lineup.
Have to
Swing
record
and a
the out.
miss. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So Lehman still allows 2 runs to score off of 3 hits. Your score after 4 full innings: the Anna Rockets 16, the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers 3, here on NKTelco Sports.
Hey, mister. This is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey Botkins, I'm Brett Gerstner with NKTelco, and we are here for you and to help you operate your business network.
Hey Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with Hometown Pride.
Hi Rishi, I'm Tim Metzger, and we are here for you for your installation of your telephone, cable TV, and internet.
Contact NKTelco at 1-888-NKTelco.
Thank you to the following sponsors: Precision Strip, Carriage Works, Cy Schwederman, Minster Bank, Home and Interiors, New Knoxville Supply Company, Hoagie Lumber.
Welcome back to Sidney Lehman High School here. Scott Fry with Dave Helmstetter. Ladies softball, as we get ready for the top of the 5th inning. And in case you're wondering why we're seeing Anna in the field on the top of the 5th inning, again, we had a weather/field condition situation over at Anna High School. So they moved the game over here, and of course you don't want Anna to have to forfeit the home game because there is an advantage. And we may have it right now, as the run rule is definitely looming on the horizon. If you lead by 10 after the 5th inning, 10 or more, you win. And currently Anna up by 13. Nice chopper, going to go right at the second baseman. Bobbles it just a little bit. And the throw from Collier to Crossan is good. And that first out of the inning is recorded by Leanne Trahe. 4-3 for the first out. Top of the order, Molly Green, center field. Metzler having a nice outing here. I've got her, I think 2 strikeouts is all, but again, only 3 hits allowed on the afternoon.
Good control. She's only had, what, 2 walks?
Collier with a beautiful play, had to back up and then watch the carpet, so to speak, as she was crossing from the dirt infield into the outfield. There's a little bit of a lip there, Dave, where you go into the grass, and here's your winners meet replay. You'll see a nice little, almost an infield fly. You see Collier tracking, and then has to kind of jump to get it. So brilliant play for Collier. And the first pitch to the Lehman second baseman Annie Stiver is high and away.
Of course, the Rockets, they stand 4-2 in league play. They're a game behind Rushi and 2 behind the leader in Fort Loramie, who's 6-0.
This could be it from the hot corner as Carissa Edwards ends things. So 3 up and 3 down for the Lehman fourth, and that's going to bring an end to today's contest. So we got a final score of 16 for Anna, 3 for Lehman here on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
At Home and Interiors, our team loves to design beautiful yet cost-effective projects. From sleek and simple to elaborate and detailed, we customize to fit your tastes and budget with free interior design and color coordination. Visit our 5,000 square foot kitchen design center and bring your next project to life. Full custom kitchen and bath cabinets are built right here in New Bremen. Home and Interiors, your vision designed for your budget.
Today's game is being brought to you by Grand Lake Health, Clopay Building Products, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sidney Uglaze Audiology, NKTelco.
The Lehman Cavaliers fall to the Anna Rockets here in a 5-inning abbreviated contest. The Rockets really came out smoking. 4 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second, and then 6 more in the third and 2 in the fourth inning for a 16-3 victory over the Lehman Cavaliers. We thought, for looking at the numbers, we thought perhaps this would be a tight one, but the Rockets bats just roll. And as we said, top of the order, 11 out of the first 12 at bats at the top of the order, all those came home to score, Scott, and convincing win here today for the Anna Rockets.
Absolutely, like you said, all the top 3 hitters there, top 3 batting order spots produced 11 of the 16 runs. Only 1 batter left on base there at the end of a Lehman double play to end the Anna fourth. But impressive bit of softball today, and you're just getting a couple of looks at some of the key plays here as we kind of round out the numbers.
A lot of highlights, especially for the Rockets. Lehman had some highlights too. Kate Stewart hit a 2-run homer in the second inning when the Cavaliers scored their 3 runs and a shot over the left field fence. But our star of the game, brought to you by NKTelco, Taylor Peppelman. Scott, Taylor just had a fantastic game from that leadoff role and had some outstanding defense in center as well.
Absolutely, yeah. She made a nice diving catch center field. She was 4 for 4 today, 3 singles and a double. She stole 4 bases and she scored 4 times. So hats off to Taylor Peppelman. Congratulations to her. She is our NKTelco player of the game.
Yep, Brenna Cobb also had a good game, a couple of doubles and 2 walks, scored 4 runs. Brooke Pettis had 2 singles and a double and scored 3 runs. And Nyland Crossan hit her first home run of the season, a double and a home run. And then, of course, on the defensive side, we had a triple play, which is very, very unusual. A triple play in the top of the 4th inning for the Rockets. Completed that quickly. The Lehman Cavaliers are out of the inning. Like to remind you to follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and their internet exclusive games on WCSMradio.com all season. Your sports leader in Mercer and Auglaize counties. Also, like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school softball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503 on Thursday, April 29th at 5 p.m., Saturday, May the 1st at noon. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. I'd like to thank our crew here this afternoon at Lehman, our director Bryce Hamrick, the assistant director Scott Robinson on the camera, Mark Fissel. I'm Dave Helmstead, and alongside me this afternoon, Scott Fry, and our final score from Lehman, the Anna Rockets 16 and the Lehman Cavaliers 3.